Welcome to the Friday Five with Steve Greenfield on CBT News.
Welcome to this week's Friday Five, where we recap the last week's automotive technology deals. This is Steve Greenfield from Automotive Ventures, and thanks for joining us. To start off today's show, General Motors has announced the latest of a series of business model innovations, which include BrightDrop and OnStar Insurance, as the automaker announced the launch of CarBravo, an e-commerce platform to aggregate its dealers' 400,000 GM and non-GM used vehicles and compete against CarGurus, Cars.com, and Carvana for consumer eyeballs. GM already has begun dealer enrollment in the program and plans to launch the platform this spring. When a global automaker launches an omnichannel used car sales platform, as General Motors plans to do with CarBravo, it undoubtedly requires a fair bit of back-end infrastructure. SpinCar, which provides digital merchandising services to the auto industry, announced it will be a part of that CarBravo infrastructure. Joining us today on the Friday Five is Devin Daly, CEO of SpinCar, who's going to help us understand the role that SpinCar is playing in helping GM dealers access the new CarBravo site. Welcome to the Friday Five, Devin.
Thanks so much for having me, Steve. Always a pleasure being here on this great show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. This is different for you guys. So tell us a little about the role you're going to play in being a technology partner to an OEM and their dealers for this CarBravo marketplace.
Yep, sure thing, Steve. So a little backdrop, as you know, General Motors is launching an online marketplace, CarBravo, which will retail both GM as well as off-brand vehicles. And as you alluded to, GM has selected SpinCar as their merchandising partner for the CarBravo site. I think there's a few main elements or themes to this partnership. Firstly, what General Motors realized is in this ultra competitive retail environment, delivering engaging shopper experiences is more important than ever. And that's especially true in these digital retail environments where we're selling cars completely online, right? Where consumers are making major 30, 40, some cases $50,000 purchase decisions without seeing or touching or smelling or test driving a vehicle. It's critical in those environments that you offer immersive educational merchandising to get a consumer comfortable making that decision from afar. So that's, I think, point one. Second theme I would say is with more touch points and more retailers and online properties vying for shopper attention, as we all know, the buyer journey has become increasingly complex. And as you just alluded to a minute ago, the digital landscape is now hyper competitive, right? Shoppers now have access to an endless array of options for buying their next vehicle. In addition to dealerships in their local market, consumers have access to nationwide inventory from mega dealer groups, OEMs selling direct, third-party marketplaces, and digital endemics like Carvana and Vroom. That makes digital engagement truly imperative. You must use all the tools at your disposal to engage a consumer on your website, lest they leave your digital property to visit the myriad of alternatives. And then thirdly, we think with CarBravo's entry into the highly competitive and crowded auto retailing space, we think GM recognized the critical importance of offering a consistent and transparent experience, right? GM's decision to have vehicles on the CarBravo marketplace merchandised with SpinCar's 360-degree walkarounds, as well as our full white backgrounds created using our automated background removal product. Those two ensure a consistent consumer experience that will drive increased sales for participating GM dealers. So by offering this type of immersive merchandising, along with a uniform, consistent Amazon-like shopping experience, all while providing consumers with access to the world's largest inventory of used vehicles, we believe CarBravo is primarily positioned to capture significant market share.
That's very cool, very cool. So unless I'm wrong, SpinCar up until this point has really been known for selling into dealers, but not so much, OEMs. So, but with this GM deal, you're now going to be squarely in the radar of a lot of OEMs. Is there anything you'd like to say to other OEMs out there in terms of solutions you can provide for them?
Yeah, absolutely, Stephen. And spot on there. Our roots certainly were in the tier 3 direct-to-dealer business, but have been intentionally kind of mix shifting our focus towards servicing OEMs. So to the manufacturers out there, I would say two things. One is one of the lesser known but hugely valuable benefits of deploying interactive merchandising is the super valuable behavioral data that you can harvest from it, right? So because we deliver this rich viewing experience, it allows us to glean this incredibly valuable data about what people are interacting with, spending time on, zooming in on. And our manufacturer partners are finding huge value in that data for things like marketing and product planning. So for example, what features, if I'm BMW, what features should I market on the new 5 Series? You don't just have to use your gut feel or a small, statistically insignificant small user group. Now you can look across your 1,000 dealerships and you can see what features are getting the most interaction and which features are causing people to convert versus bounce. And you can work that into your marketing plan. And similarly, we're seeing manufacturers using those insights in product planning decisions. Another huge value some OEMs are seeing is really using our conversational AI stack to ensure brand compliant communication protocols. So as you could imagine, right, a lot of the text message and email conversation from personnel at dealerships is totally brand non-compliant, right? There's often features spelled incorrectly, referring to models incorrectly. Many OEMs have started to notice this and have decided to leverage conversational AI to ensure that consistency, right? This allows manufacturers to establish brand compliant communication protocols at the tier 1 level and then cascade those down for tier 3 communications. So the other element of that is similar to merchandising. OEMs, again, can start to get super valuable data insights from these AI conversations. So yeah, having a lot of recent success solving really meaningful and acute pain points for manufacturers. And I'd love to talk personally to any of the OEMs that are out there listening today.
Cool. Well, yeah, it's been amazing to see the company evolve over its lifetime. So last thing for you, we're within 2 months now of NADA, believe it or not. Any other updates on SpinCar's product roadmap or business that we should be aware of coming into NADA?
Yes, sure thing, Steve. I think for starters, we recently released Service AI, which leverages that same sophisticated natural language processing algorithm to drive incremental service drive business. Dealers are sitting on a gold mine with their service CRM, but really have no way to effectively mine it. And if they do anything at all with their service CRM, it's almost always unpersonalized HTML, almost spam. Our Service AI product automates service CRM mining with super engaging and personalized SMS correspondence. Dealers are seeing pretty ridiculous ROIs from this product, and it's nicely totally attributable thanks to sort of closed loop RO reporting.
Very cool.
At NADA, so we're sort of launched the Service AI product already. At NADA, we're launching another product that we call F&I Pursuit that we're beyond excited about. So this will leverage that same AI engine to drive incremental finance and insurance sales after purchase. So our testing shows there's massive opportunity here with a lot of consumers willing and open to buying F&I products after purchase, between 1 week and 10 months after they buy the car and take it home. And that makes sense, right? If you think about it, right? The reason a lot of consumers don't buy the warranty in the dealership is they've already been there longer than they hoped, and they probably spent more money than they had planned. But when you take that vehicle home and your kid spills a drink in the back seat, or you get that first, curb rash, that is the perfect micro moment to target that consumer with an interior protection plan or tire and wheel insurance. And we're finding consumers are more inclined to spend up for that because mentally they've compartmentalized it as a different transaction than whatever budget they had when they went into the dealership. And similarly, F&I Pursuit will have full digital checkout capabilities, including 0% financing for consumers. So again, we'll have kind of proven incrementality to really illustrate our ability to drive truly found revenue for a dealership. So yeah, couldn't be more excited about this launch, and would love to show you and the team more at NADA. That's
great. Well, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people will head over to your booth at NADA this year as a result. It's super exciting, and obviously you're keeping your product people super busy, so that's great. Well, Devin, as always, super great to catch up with you. Congratulations on the new partnership with GM, and I look forward to catching up with you at NADA, if not sooner.
Sounds great, Steve. Thanks a lot for having me.
In other news this week, Automotive Ventures announced our collaboration with Shell on the Shell Startup Showdown. The Showdown will award grants to top early-stage automotive technology startups that are innovating in the areas of mobility, customer experience, net zero emissions, and new energies. The competition, which aims to recognize and reward automotive technology companies that best align with Shell's goal to power progress through more and cleaner energy solutions, launches on February 15th and finishes with a demo day to Shell Lubricants executives on March 29th. Automotive Ventures and Shell Lubricants will jointly select 5 startup finalists to meet periodically over 6 weeks with mentors from both Shell's leadership team and Automotive Ventures to strengthen their business pitch before demo day. A winner and runner-up will be selected by Shell Lubricants executives on demo day to receive $35,000 and $15,000 grants respectively. In other news this week, Ford and ADT are preparing to invest $100 million in a joint venture launching in early 2023 that will protect both cargo and valuables stored in both commercial and private vehicles, first with aftermarket accessories and later with systems integrated into new vehicles. The new JV, called Canopy, will combine ADT's professional security monitoring and Ford's video camera technology to protect Ford vehicles and eventually those of other automakers. The first Canopy products will be sold to dealerships, major retailers, and online. Ford Pro will be an important launch partner, delivering these solutions to commercial and government customers of all sizes. So with that, let's transition to our companies to watch. Every week we highlight interesting companies in the automotive technology space to keep an eye on. If you read my monthly industry intel report, I showcase a few companies each month, and we take the opportunity here on the Friday 5 to share some of those companies each week with you. Today we have 3 companies to watch: Cerebrum, Vinai, and Cardina. First up this week we have Cerebrum. Cerebrum is the world's first intelligent tire solution utilizing revolutionary, patented sensor technology mounted directly to the inside of the tire. Cerebrum sensors provide advanced tire pressure and temperature data to the vehicle, as well as tread depth, alignment, and performance data to the operator through the convenient mobile application. Check out Cerebrum at www.cerebrum-sensor.com. Our second company to watch this week is Vinai. Vinai is focused on transforming AI research into impactful products and services that solve real-world problems. Vinai brings together 200 research scientists and AI engineers to focus on machine learning, computer vision, and natural language processing problems. Their research addresses fundamental problems in these areas and enables impactful applications. Check out more information on Vinai at www.vinai.io. Our third and final company to watch this week is Cardina. Cardina brings a technology-driven solution to charities and causes supported by charitable vehicle donations. Cardina democratizes the charitable vehicle donation industry and brings higher net returns by reducing inefficiencies, saving costs, and bringing needed transparency to the entire donation experience. Check out Cardina at www.cardina.co. So that's your weekly Friday 5, a quick wrap-up of the big deals in the automotive technology space over the past week. If you're an early-stage automotive technology entrepreneur looking to raise money, or an entrepreneur who's trying to decide whether and when they should raise money or sell their business, I'd love to speak with you. Thank you for tuning in to CBT News for this week's Friday 5, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of the Friday 5.